Tyrannosaurus Rex. I've read his history. Quite gruesome, even for a human.
Garbage.
Garbage.
The child has a small mirror in his hands. He holds it up at angles, inspecting his eyes, his chin, the crown of his head. He spots you, and his arms snap to his supper.
I'm not supposed to talk to elves. Well, elves eat people and their pets. Elves don't know the alphabet.
The child's eyes grow wide.
People ask you to eat them? Are you a sorcerer? One of those guys that brings the bad void things here?
The child looks at you straight on, unafraid, searching your face. He lifts his mirror to his nose, closes one eye, and looks at himself again.
I don't see any source on you or me. I guess they're wrong or crazy. No one cares where I go. They know I can't leave the island. It's nicer out here than inside, anyway. They're gone now. Their Magisters took them already. I guess now they're cured. And maybe they're waiting for me back at home. But you didn't die. I guess I am, but it's just normal to be scared. Nowhere isn't scary. There isn't anywhere safer. That's what I mean. You'll see.
Void Woken. Those are the same beasts that sank our ship. Damn. They made it to shore.
Cops stare at the slain beasts and comment that they must have been the cause of the shipwreck.
I would have preferred not to spill more blood today.
This is no time to linger. More of these things could still show up. Magister Jalen from the ship. I would have chosen a swifter death for him myself.
You spot a strange lizard gazing over the wall. Yes, you recognize him from the ship. It would seem you're not the only one who survived the tentacles of the lizard turns about with the graceful ease of a dancer. Or a duelist. You lock eyes with his, two smouldering embers that sizzle.
I did survive, yes. And chances are I wouldn't have, had you not returned to the aid of your fellow passengers down in that dreadful hold. You have my gratitude.
Hand over heart, he salutes you with a bob of the head. More than a nod, though less than a bow.
Yes, I'm sure you've all the makings of a hero and all that, but let's not get carried away, shall we? Now then, if there's nothing further. If you really must know, I haven't quite decided yet. I've a frightful amount of things on my mind, hence my standing here contemplating the wave.
He sighs dramatically.
Tell me, what do you see when you cast your glance over this ocean? Judging by the dark pools that are your eyes, I'd say you're seeing yourself.
He looks out over the water once more, and so do you. A few tranquil moments pass as the waves lap against your thoughts.
As for myself, when I consider this vast expanse before us, I see continents dotted with mighty cities. And shimmering along the soft curve of the sea's horizon, I picture the palaces that formed my paradise. Lost. What do you mean, what do I mean? I mean just what I say. I had a very actual empire that I lost.
Suddenly, having all the air of being deeply offended, he stares at you with utter incredulity.
Well, don't just stand there gawking like an ape at an abacus. Or do you really mean to tell me you don't know who I am? Oh, may the Seven have mercy on their own creation. I am the Red Prince, the All-Conqueror, the World-Tamer, the spouse of the Sun. Of course you know me.
There's a brief moment's pause, during which his grandiloquent pose deflates ever so slightly.
That said, I suppose I must own up to the fact that I find myself rather in between all-conquering and world-taming opportunities at the moment. The grandeur that is my fate has hit a bit of a snag. But never you worry. For the throne I was destined, and my throne I shall have. Truly. A kind offer indeed. And you've already proven to be trustworthy enough. You came back for the others on that ship, after all. Fine, I accept. On one condition. For reasons I'll not disclose right now, it is imperative that I should meet with a dreamer, one of the mystics of my kind. I've reason to believe one of them may be present on this island. Promise me we'll look for him, and I'll extend you the blessing of my company. Jolly good. So, now that that's settled, first things first. Even if you are as versed in the art of eloquence as I am, that our swords will be doing a lot of the talking from here on out goes without saying. As a born fighter, I prefer the perfection of the blade myself. But I'm well acquainted with the secrets of magic, and yes, even subterfuge. What say you? Very well. Onwards, then, to victory or death.
The Red Prince nods and gives you a smile that wavers ever so delicately between courtesy and contempt.
Now, as you're aware, you'll be traveling with a prince. Proper forms of address include Your Majesty, Your Royal Highness, or if you're feeling particularly frivolous, My Lord. As your luck would have it, I seem to be fresh out of luggage, so you won't be required to carry my belongings. Of course, there are other forms of protocol to bear in mind, but I'll see to it you'll pick up the rest as we go. So, without further ado, let us be off! A black cat. A herald of wisdom in my homeland. How fortuitous.
Here lies a nameless inmate. May he find the peace denied him in life in the Hall of Echoes.
I've spotted something. I don't have the right tool for digging.
One must put in due effort if one is to reap the proper reward. I wonder where this leads.
You hear a small whimpering sound from behind a basket. You peer behind it and find a small human child holding her knees and The child quiets and seems comforted by your presence. She looks up at you with curious eyes.
There are monsters here. Lizard ones and real ones. It's really scary. And I miss my ma and pa. Master was a lizard. She sent us here. Me, ma and pa. She was not a nice lady. It's their fault I'll never see ma and pa again. Parents are the best. They take care of you and make sure nothing can hurt you. And when they leave...
Her eyes lock with yours for a moment. The child doesn't lift her head from her knee.
Where is she? You go with us. Who are you? Are you from the shelter? She says nothing of another. Fire, alas! She is so late! Never mind. It is not your concern. You leave. But...
She leans forward. Her eyes are wet with fear as she takes your hand.
please, do not lead anyone here. Fear, alas! I'm sorry, dear one, but you must go. Fear, alas! I'm sorry, dear one. Where is she? You go with us. Who are you? Are you from the shelter? She says nothing of another. Fire, alas! She is so late! A magister offers to help us flee. Atusa. She says there are many magisters who do not agree with the bishop. She says they bring us to safety. But Atusa is overdue. She promises to come at noon. We are afraid to stay, afraid to leave. She says there is a shelter in the marshes outside the fort. She says she brings us there first. She knows a safe path. We wait for a boat, and then we go. Wherever we make a new home. Atusa is different. She does not believe in this place, in their bishop. She will come, and she will take us away from here.
They're transforming.
swallowed too much seawater by the looks of him.
Foolish to attempt an escape unseen in these waters.
Under lock and key.
I found something. I am not opposed to manual labor if circumstances require.
Gonna eat 'em, were you? You damn savage.
You hear a small whimpering sound from behind a basket. You peer behind it and find a small human child. The child quiets and seems comforted by your presence. She looks up at you with curious eyes. The child nods and reaches up to you. As you hold her, her breathing grows slow and calm. Her wet face is damp on your neck.
Thanks. You can have this. I found it outside, but I can't read it yet. That's next year, and then
She nestles back into her spot on the ground and starts tracing figures.
Go! Get out! You are not welcome here. Go, man-pig!
She eyes you suspiciously.
Please. Please. Fear, alas! I'm sorry, dear one, but...
Hey, mister. It's a lot nicer here than that stink. I'm sure glad you went back to save the others. Saw one of them wringing out their tunic.
Answer him. I repeat myself.
I know nothing of it anyway. I never want to set foot on a stuffy old boat ever again. Never.
Boring.
Hey, mister. It's a lot nicer here than that stinking boat, huh? I'm sure glad some of the others made it out alive too.
We already come back. Now speak.
I am a proud loyal to the old.
Stay back, sorcerer, and stay silent. Our Godwoken speaks.
We know you've been helping sorcerers escape, Atusa. We have proof.
I'd sooner cut my tongue out than lie to you, Alexander. I know nothing of any escapees.
If you can tell the Godwoken no more, your tongue is of no use. Cut it out.
This can't be serious, Alexander. Come!
You should know by now to obey your superior, Magister, whatever she may ask.
Atusa pinches the tip of her tongue with 2 fingers and brings her dagger to its root. Her eyes squeeze shut. Drops of blood form against the dagger's edge and quickly fall to the ground. She groans.
Stop! My father, may his soul rest in peace, would be disappointed in you, Atusa. To think you would lie to his only son, your bishop, and your friend these many years. The fate of our realm hangs in the balance. If you will not help us save it, then you will help the Void destroy it. Dallas?
Yes, your holy...
I believe we're done.
What a waste.
The lizard magister, or what's left of her, lies in a puddle of gore.
These creatures are so prone to violence. Naturally, the weaker specimens suffer.
She was a lizard, yet a magister. No matter her...
Did you see them? You did, right? Those claws. Wonder what's behind the masks, too. Can't be pretty. The Geists, dummy. The Hammer and Alexander had 2 in tow just a moment ago. Ugh. Thought you lot would be interested in a thing like that. Horrors, eh? Easy to say when you haven't looked a void walking in the eye. The Order and their horrors are all that's protecting you from that fate. You and... Now, why don't you move along and settle in? A magister will come and find you when they're ready for you. Could be a while, though. We're up to our hoods in sinners these days.
Always late.
She's gone. God.
Saw him, didn't you? The Hammer and Alexander. Hey, peace is more than she deserves. She were a traitor to the core. Bishop's a son of the dead divine. Don't know when we'll get a new one, but Alexander's looking after us in the meantime all the same. And the Hammer's a solid sort. Don't take no guff and don't stand for no idling. Earned that name for a reason, she did. So in the time of Lucian, of course. Who wouldn't join up with God himself? It was all glory, all goodness. When we lost him, well, it only made sense to see his will through. Lucian gave his life to protect Rivellon. If we let the Voidwoken get to it now, well, we'd have lost him for nothing. Fort Joy ain't no summer camp. No one said it were. But it's the best we've got to protect the realm. Can't for certain. But I reckon when God himself gives his life to protect you, you don't... Wait! So that's what we do. When you give up the darkness that's inside you, take your fault, it's there. They're working on a cure for you even now. Got some good leads, so I hear.
Have you cud?
Disgusting. Just like all your kind.
Disgusting. This is not your business, Long Pig.
Don't let this moss muncher talk to you like that. Especially a cheapskate like this one. Griff already knows she don't like to pay her fair.
An intense-looking man steps between the thug and the elf and rolls up his sleeves, revealing well-muscled and heavily scarred arms. You recognize him. It's Ifan, who...
Just stand aside, won't you, mate? This is no business of yours.
Lone wolves decide their own business.
The thug freezes in fear for a moment before shuffling back to the protection of his crony.
Pay up, elf. No one shorts Griff, especially not one of you. Everyone in camp's got to contribute. For food, for protection, no exceptions.
Food? Protection? I have neither.
Runs the kitchen. Means he runs me, you, and everyone else in camp.
Burrow looks you both up and down, sizing up your combined...
Ah, get out of here. The both of you.
The elf smiles and bows to you in thanks.
Follow me, before more of them trouble us. There is a safe place.
Ifan rolls his sleeves back down. He nods at you. The shadow of...
Good work there. Good work. I can tell you've got chops. Say...
He stretches out one rough hand to shake yours.
Suit yourself. Probably wise, given the rashes you can pick up around this place. Say, you don't look all that busy now that we're safely on dry land. I could use someone to watch my back, and it looks like you could use someone to watch... I've just got a small errand to run. And then I'll be looking to get the hell out of here, while I've still got a neck to collar. How...
He shrugs, looking off to the side.
Mercenaries. It's a job. My job. Everyone needs to make a living. I make mine running errands.
He shoots you a flinty look.
Lone wolves only share such information with friends. Are we go?
He grins, sharp teeth glittering in the midday sun.
So, before we hit the road, it's best if we decide battle strategies up front. Survival's my main priority. I'll use every trick in the book to keep us alive. But if a wayfarer's not what you're after, I've got other skills. Can do.
He scans the horizon.
Right you are.
Indigestion, or is it... Oh God, not now. Indigestion, or is it... Oh God, not now.
what you did there? Convincing Burrow not to lay the law down on that elf? Then you're in the wrong place. We run this joint.
Bow your head, please! If we chant the endless prayer, the next divine will ascend! Haven't you heard? Bishop Alexander, the divine's own son, is God-woken. He will ascend, he will protect. Do not doubt that he will come into his powers at any moment.
Stay down, you!
The shrine depicts Lucy and the Divine. Alone, your knees buckle.
Shrine, by the looks of it.
I've got that special shit.
Hey, I know you.
Losa, the dark-eyed jokester you met aboard the ship, waves enthusiastically and dips into a mock elegant curtsy.
Back then, I was Madame Josephine Gribbles de Pube, and you were Sibyl, right? Glad to see you made it. Nothing like a nice tentacle slap across the moor to set the tone for the week, eh? How'd you escape? Me too. Did you hear something? When you were in the water, I mean. I heard the same thing. Do you know what this means?
Losa's voice catches in her throat. The joy drains from her face. Her eyes lose focus, and her whole body goes rigid. She is stock still, waxy skinned. Her eyes, her head snaps to you. Light suddenly flashes back into her.
Anyway, what were we talking about? Oh, yeah. It was a shipwreck, all right. Applies to a lot of situations, actually. Vermin tend to know what's what. I've given a few shows around Reaper's Coast. Might be you saw a poster or a flyer. Might be you even heard about the, incident. I'm sure you do. Later, bub.
Amidst a crowd of screws, bolts, and scraps of metal, the woman is manipulating a glove-like contraption fitted with.
And what you after? I ain't. Just seeing how it's made. She's clever, Dallas. Made these herself.
She looks up.
You looking to buy something? Found it in the scrap heap not so long ago. We used to know each other back in the day, you know. Never knew her to be much of a wrench head back in the day, but once she joined the Order, she started turning.
She nods once.
You looking to buy something? Or do you just want to waste my time with a whole lot of questions? For you? Hell no. That's for me to know, and you to get out of my face. Buy or shove off. All manner of things.
The woman looks up as you approach.
What do you need? Come again?
The blacksmith slowly pulls away, never taking her eyes off you. From underneath her table, she pulls out an especially for...
You another friend of Niles? I told that Magister freak to get back to his little dungeon in the keep, and I'll tell you the same. Now get the hell out of my face!
I don't feel so good.
As you approach the unsmiling Magister, Ifan catches your arm and speaks...
I need to talk to this one for a few moments. Alone.
Ifan strides up to the Magister, speaking in a calm and controlled voice. Though you can't hear what he whispers, the Magister's face turns whiter than snow as he hands a note to Ifan with shaking hands.
Go! I'll give you the information. Here, just...
Ifan walks back to you, leaving the quivering wreck of a Magister behind. When he catches your...
Guess not.
Her voice trails to silence, and she resumes staring at the ground.
I do wish Alexander would ascend sooner rather than later. They say his powers are not developing as they should. They blame the Voidwoken. But we need his powers to develop so that he may banish the Voidwoken. It's quite the pickle. I put my faith in the bishop. Reminds me of his father. And what he said has been true. Where? Oh, yes. Only a week or two before, well, you know. But who didn't then? I wish it every night.
Collar, on! You!
Later.
Leave me. Go.
She smiles and reaches out as if to touch your arm, but pulls back at the last moment.
Sorry. I almost forget sometimes. I can't wait to see what's next, to be done with this.
Leave me. Go.
crab, snake face.
I know that look well enough. You're about to pop, ain't ya? Why don't you enter a match and let some of that frustration out the right way? Nothing I can tell you can't find out by slipping down that hatch.
Ain't fit for beasts.
Leave me.
She smiled.
Sorry, I can't.
Leave him be. Don't make me... Listen, I can help you if you... Shut up, elf. This clown caught him stealing from my kitchen. Still won't say where he stashed my supplies. Sound like someone you'd let off with a slap on the wrist. Caught him red-handed trying to make off with a second crate after he took the first. Went down like a rent. Supplies. Crate of food, citrus in particular. He'll talk, or it ain't been here long, have ya? No one gets to have it all. No one starts.
He twirls his knife between his fingers.
Divine's gone. This blade is the only god watching over Fort Joy. Alls I want is my supplies. Happy to let this clown die in a gutter instead of my kitchen. Bring back my crate, and you got yourself a deal.
Griff glances from his blade.
Sure, have a look.
Don't tell anyone where you got this, eh?
Take your coin then.
I got that special shipment you was asking after.
Everything there? Good.
The old dog looks up at you but doesn't lift his greying head from his paws. He heaves a heavy sigh.
I'm Buddy.
The tip of his tail starts to wag.
It's no use anyway. Those bleeding fools think they run the place, but I showed them.
You're nice. Emmy would have loved you. She was my mate for the last carry the two plus 50. 5 years. The Magisters, they took her.
I caught a blow too many from those card-playing fatheads up on the ramparts. I got myself a golden ticket. Might you take it? They offer you a round of cards.
Fine.
This one guarantees you, I mean, it's called the Spark. Careful, though.
You can find out where it leads. If you see Emmy, tell her I miss her. Not too far from here, but she was taken by a guy in a white robe who smelled horrible. Lots and lots of dogs, and also a little like dead people. I think I love you.
Tough as tiger teeth. Just like me, ma'am.
Lovely day to you, doll. Lovely day indeed. What can I do for you?
Medicine. What a shame. All you need's a strong constitution, and the gods will take care of the rest. Any more wiggity-woogity for me? Well, get on then. Go on, get.
Ah, the Queen's beard. It looks like you lost a fight with a claw hammer. Reckon you're in need of something to heal yourself up, eh? Well, your body works the same as any, royalty or no. I say a good old-fashioned potion.
Instead of a potion, she hands you an empty bottle and a fat brown mushroom.
I never heard of such a recipe. Rapinia works just fine for me and mine. All now, if you'll excuse me,
Medicine. What a shame. All you need's a strong constitution, and the gods will take care of the rest. Griff and his lads won't know what hit him. Medicine. What a shame. All you need's a strong constitution, and the gods will take care of the rest. Griff and his lads won't know what hit him.
A little reprieve from the din outside.
These lads won't know what hit him.
The exiled pig. I'd heard they'd sent you here, but I'd hoped you'd have drowned yourself before crossing my path. Bow before pigs and you'll be stained with mud. I do not bow before pigs.
Nice.
Tells me there are so many children in this Fort Joy. Your kind I handle. An elf lives forever. If she stays away from spears and fire, she has...
The young girl's eyes are covered, but she turns towards you when you approach. She smiles as though she recognizes you, though she couldn't have seen your face.
Hello, stranger. A strange person from a strange time. I see it before my eyes. It is not so bad. I know which days have bread and which days have none. I know more. You do, someday. Ah, you help him. Your open heart, you bless me. You bless us all.
The young girl's eyes are covered, but she turns towards you when you approach. She smiles as though she recognizes you, though she couldn't have seen your face.
Ah, hello. So much you suffer. So much suffering you have and you make. Does causing pain stop yours? Ah, you help him. You say that now, I know. I feel him, but I do not see him.
Thank you for your help with that, thug. Rare is the human who goes against their own for an elf.
The elf appears momentarily puzzled by your comment, but then offers you a dignified...
As far as I'm concerned, you are noble and just in both actions and appearance. I am in your debt. I hear of no escapes. The only way out is through the Magisters, through their cure. Thugs, I can stand, but I fear the Magisters. In this cave, we trust the healer. She is young, but she sees. She knows more than we know. In the camp, the brute Griff ruled. It gives me great pain. I'm with my family. We are making beautiful magic. We are healing a tree cut down with great violence. The Magisters come. My family runs, but I fall. My son looks back. Wait, before you go, I am not here without your help. I do not forget this. For you, a prize. I save it for a special occasion, but I can think of no finer... Thank you.
I feel him, but I do not see him.
This hole is too small for you to squeeze into.
You're too slow!
This hole is too small for you to squeeze into.
I am glad to see you. You fill me with peace.
Her eyebrows shoot up.
There can be a way. Amiro knows. But he is gone. Do you see him? He knows.
She nods quietly, as though she knew this.
He is caught by those who hurt him. I wish so much for his return. And he tells you what you seek. A way out. You bring me great peace. Thank you, I see something that helps. I see a lizard. He is a lizard of many dreams, of far feeling. You do not free. Ah, you bless me.
Wait, I call a timeout.
I feel him, but I do not see him.